Hi, this is Luke with Hot Wax and Cool Vinyl. Welcome to the second installment of our Discogs tutorial. For our installment purposes today, I'm going to have to make a few assumptions. The first of which is that you've already created an account and that you are now, and that you've seen the first part, the landing page. For our purposes today, we're going to start showing you how to catalog your records in Discogs. Again, Discogs is a database for music fans. It's not just for records, it's for cassettes, CDs, but for our purposes, it's going to be dealing with records. You can utilize it for, your CD collection, your cassette collection, or even your reel-to-reel collection, 8 tracks, however you wish. There are submissions across the board. Some background on how they catalog. It's through submissions. You have a record, and you can submit that record by entering the data that's relevant to that record, and it becomes part of the database. But we'll start. For our purposes today, we're going to be using Eric Clapton's Slow Hand to enter into our database. So what we have here is our home page. This is your landing page. You can have an explore page where you have all the music available to you that's been cataloged along with all the artists. You will be amazed at how much stuff is actually cataloged in Discogs globally, and it's just amazing the obscure stuff that you find when you just sit down and really explore with it. So we'll start right away in our search bar. Again, we are looking, and we're going to be using Eric Clapton's Slow Hand. So there's several different ways we can go ahead and look for the record to enter into our system. The first is by simply entering the artist's name, Eric Clapton. And all of Eric Clapton's stuff, as you see, is present. You have Eric Clapton, the artist. There's 53 different releases by Eric Clapton. Here you go with the releases, artist page. Anything labeled Clapton comes up this way. It doesn't have to, and then you have labels. Back to everything. This is probably not the most effective way to enter your record into the catalog. You'd have to scroll down, find your version of the album by hitting advanced search. It's just not an effective way to go about doing things. Faster way is by typing in the album's name. In this case, it's Slow Hand. And it comes up here, all the versions of Slow Hand. Again, if all you want to do is start your catalog and put what you have in there, that's the easiest way to do it, is by typing in the album name, clicking on the first one that comes up, and all of a sudden, bingo, it's there. Go down and see if there's versions, 183 versions of this particular album exist in the database. You can see it says album, country was Dutch, this is the A track. You can simply pick your album copy if you think you have the US version, RSO album, there it is. There is a more effective way to research it, which we'll go to in a second. If you simply click find your version, which is to the right of versions, another search window will open up, and in this one you can search in several different ways. You can simply put in the catalog number that's on the back of the album, and as you can see, there are many versions over there. You can narrow your search by the matrix runout, which is generally on the label of the album. In this case, 30 30A and hit search. Now, it narrowed down our search, but still gave us quite a few. The most effective way to narrow it down is by using the matrix runout on the dead wax portion. This is my method of choice when I'm cataloging albums from Led Zeppelin, the Beatles, Eric Clapton, anything that has a lot of versions available to it. Our matrix runout on the dead wax portion, in case you're not familiar with it, the dead wax is the part of the record between the last song and the start of the label. If you look at it, you'll see there's usually something etched in there, a group of letters and numbers. That's the dead wax matrix runout. In this case, as I'm typing it in, it narrowed it down to 2 versions, both the Canadian versions of this particular record. So this particular record is a Canadian version of Eric Clapton's Slow Hand. We select it, and now we're simply going to add it to our collection. By Add to Collection button here, click it down. It is now in your collection. The drop-down menu that highlighted in green is a wonderful tool. Now I've added Paid, Notes, Matrix, and Folder. As you enter yours, you will have the media condition and sleeve condition as default. You can highlight what your record is, mint, near mint, very good, etc. You can do the same with your sleeve condition. And that's very important because as your collection expands from the hundreds into the thousands, or into if you really have a huge collection, the tens of thousands. But if you're at that point, I think you already know what Discogs is. You're going to go and you're at, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, you're at a yard sale or a thrift store, and you run across a copy of a record you already have, and you pull it up on your Discogs app, on your phone, on your tablet. But you might want to know, is it the same as mine, or is it a different version? Or if it is the same as mine, is this one better or cleaner than my version? That's where the media, the sleeve, everything else comes in, and really is a huge benefit to you. The paid, notes, matrix, match, and folders, those are things that I added, and we will get into that in the part 3 of our tutorial. But for this part, I simply wanted to show you how to add something to your collection. Now, once this is added to your collection, you go to the drop-down menu here and simply hit Collection, and voila, your collection comes up. As you can see, I added it 2 minutes ago. Here's the record I added. We can go back, and if you want to remove it, if you decide it's not the one you wanted, or it's simply, the wrong, no problem, click remove and it's gone. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please leave me a comment on the YouTube channel. Also, if I forgot something in this tutorial, let me know. I will be doing a third part 3, and if it's something I forgot or overlooked, I'll simply add to it there. For now, have a wonderful day, and thank you again for stopping by Hot Wax and Cool Vinyl.